do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Washington football team. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. Pulls it in at the 13. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now Haskins on first down. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to take. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 44 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Broncos' 16-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
K.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll throw from the gun. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete.
Pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
At the 36-yard line.
56 Shotgun snap to Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Block now to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
41-yard line.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They run the draw play with Mack. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's third down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he finds Cook. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check, 43.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
For the ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Does a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
43 is the mic. 43.
From the 17, Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Well, a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net him 14 yards as they pick up the first. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Locke to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. 3rd down here.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He pitches it, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So a flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Block now on 1st down. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, Locke. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
They'll run with Lindsey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On 2nd and goal. Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert Okwuegbunam. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Broncos 10, Washington 7. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw...
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of...
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Defense. Let's go, defense.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jarrell Casey bursting in to take him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before, because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters, because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw it is Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A gain of 8 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. They'll run the screen with Mack. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This time Haskins will look to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?
Under pressure, they got him again. Jonathan Allen. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
It sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Denver.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Jonathan Allen on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Lock. Throw left side complete. It's Lindsey. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
To Phillip Lindsay.
A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
First down, Broncos.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
I know you felt that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It'll be a 16-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. And no pitch there and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Now Haskins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's fourth down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing his lock on third down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Lock working out of the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Locke again. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Broncos.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Locke looks to throw it again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Locke's pass.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Now Haskins to throw on second down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And
3rd and 2, now Haskins. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He completes this one to Mack. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And that is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
touchdown, Denver.
Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Denver Broncos are in for 6.
Touchdown, Denver.
They can't get none of this.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go, D.
Shotgun snap to Lock. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, You take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looking deep for Gabriel and nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now
under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again. Haskins. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Washington on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
For the extra point.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Haskins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Cameron Batson. It's 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see